All right. Welcome back to Bring the Juice. I'm your host, Frank Dalena. Today on the pod, that hot shit. Oh, hey, per usual, lots of juice.
First we gonna rock, then we gonna fold, then we let it pop, don't let it go.
We got, yes, again, one last episode. Mac Hereford is here from Nashville, Tennessee,
Yes,
co-hosted with the boy, Juju Hughes. Super Bowl champ. Let him know. Did you bring the ring? Did you bring the ring?
I didn't bring the ring today. We'll have to bring it to the studio in these days, man. We'll have to bring it in.
Let's just start. Super Bowl ring. How much does that thing weigh?
Ooh, it's pretty heavy. I'm not gonna lie. If you put it in your hands, it's gonna drop a little real quick. Don't underestimate it. It's pretty heavy. It's a good size.
What finger do you have it on?
Whatever finger I feel like putting it on.
It's mobile.
It fits all my fingers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
it's mobile. I can move it around. That's how I'm feeling that day.
All your fingers are the same.
They work for the ring. Basically. Is that weird? That's not supposed to fit all of them.
That's a little bit weird.
It's a little weird.
Because when I got
we may need to get you checked out.
I got that checked out. I don't know, man. These things work.
You're pretty dynamic.
Yeah.
You could do a lot of things at once. I get it, dude.
That's what they say.
Mac, how many rings do you have from your experience playing football at Alabama? Take me through your rings. I already know you got a fucking war chest.
Okay.
It's not as many as you think, man. It's not as many as you think. Let me think here. Freshman year, we got an SEC championship, so that's one. Sophomore year, no SEC championship, and we got a Natty. And then when we win the Natty, we get another ring. So you get two rings for winning the Natty.
Okay.
Because you have the playoff, I guess, and then the championship. I don't know. They both look
playoff's
cool.
a bowl game, right? It counts as a bowl
I guess.
game.
I never knew.
I'll let it slide.
It's two different games. I'm with you.
I never knew which ring was actually the real Natty ring. Because they both say national championship on it. But got two of those, and then I got another SEC ring, and then I got my A Club ring. The most important ring.
Which one?
The A Club ring. Y'all don't know about that A
Club?
Club.
That's
like the Bama for Life Club? What's the A Club?
I can tell you all about it, man. It's a secret society. No, I'm just kidding. It's if you graduate, if you play at Alabama and you graduate while playing at Alabama, it's a tiny little ring. You get inducted into the A Club, which is like the alumni association for football players.
Right.
I think it's the coolest ring of them all. It's tiny. Actually, I don't know because the other ones are massive with tons of diamonds and stuff. But it's tiny and it's just got a little A on it. And they've had the same ring for years and years and years. The A Club ring. So
it's
5
never
rings.
changed. It's been the same ring.
He said it was small, but he really is just comparing it to all the massive rings, all the championship.
Is it on your pinky ring?
No, it fits right on my finger. I've got these big meaty fingers right here.
It's not one size fit all like mine. No, a little different.
Did they measure y'all's fingers?
Yeah,
they did.
They gave you a little thing.
Yeah. They definitely had me size it up. I don't know, but whatever I did on the sizing, I know mine's fit all the fingers now.
How many rings did y'all get in college?
3.
3 rings in college? What'd y'all get rings for in college?
Bowl games. And then
they give out bowl game rings?
You fucking got one, bro.
That's what.
That's another ring
too.
Yeah.
Oh, so I got my bowl game ring. That's 6 rings, then including my A Club ring.
I asked how many rings you had.
Well, I didn't know. I forgot that I got one for the bowl game. Yeah. I kind of wanted to toss that one. The bowl game ring is like a participation award. But glad that y'all got that.
No, you gotta win it still.
Yeah.
Only if you win. I feel like that's what your first playoff game though. That's why they give you guys 2.
That's probably why they give us 2.
We figured that out just now. You didn't really piece it together.
No, they're all just up there, and I have all these watches. Did y'all get watches and stuff at the bowl games?
Yeah, we got
the rings, bro.
We
gotta take what we can get.
Bathing suit, bro.
Okay.
I got a towel from Hawaii. The towel. It's really nice.
That's nice.
It's pretty nice.
Let me ask you this, Juice. Since you got a Super Bowl ring, would you rather have a Super Bowl ring? Would you rather win a Super Bowl or a national championship?
Ooh. That's crazy. I think the Super Bowl is kind of guys play a lot of. I mean, national championships hard to come by too. Yeah,
because it's like the team you played for, you love.
4 years. Those are my guys. Like I ain't gonna lie. I love all my guys I was with on the Rams and everything. But 4 years, dudes like Frank and whatnot. Those are my guys. So you make a good point. It might have to be the Natty ring. I don't know. That might hit different for us. That might be the one I'd have to go with.
A Fresno State Natty.
Ooh.
It just sounds good.
It has a nice little ring. It
sounds good.
It rolled so smooth. Like it was meant to be.
Am I crazy right now too? If you guys haven't noticed and you're watching this right now, we do have helmets on. It's Bring the Juice is starting their own football helmet company. Just kidding. But these decals
I almost
go hard.
forgot we had them on.
They go hard.
No,
I'm not kidding. This shit,
I did not forget. Let me tell you, I did not forget this thing was on. And I know Frank does not forget that it's on his head because I can see it in his eyes.
I'm chilling.
I do feel it's hit my cheekbones like some PTSD right now, and I'm kind of liking it.
So I'm chilling. You know?
I like it.
It's
Yours
nice
looks
time.
natural. I've seen that Jew a lot in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks natural.
That
This
was
one's
natural.
a little bit
Looks
tight. This
just-
is one of those ones they gave you in like 7th grade, where like it's you're supposed to wear it to bed
Yeah.
and get it molded in.
It just never
It
works out.
never
up a little bit, yeah.
worked. I
Never
kept on wearing
pops
that
up.
damn helmet, couldn't sleep.
I'll never forget the first time I was in 8th grade when I started playing tackle football. My dad was trying to figure out which helmet fit my head. And I don't know if other people's dads have ever done this before in their life, but he is legit having me strap it on, putting air in, blah, blah, and then he's going slapping my ass.
The slap.
And the first slap, I'm like, yeah. I said, that's fine. And then he like grabs the face back and just goes, ugh. And I'm like, yeah, that one, that felt good. Like that, that was fine. And then he really starts slapping the shit out of me, bro. And I'm like, this hurts.
This isn't what I
This
wanted.
hurts.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
in
like
8th grade.
I think that's the world test though, to see if your helmet's
If your
good,
dad
like-
could really slap the shit out of you, and you're like, yeah, I didn't even feel anything.
Yeah.
And then I really remember thinking, like, a year into that having that same helmet, I was like, the hardest I've been hit in this helmet was my dad beating the shit out of me in a Big 5.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what got you ready.
bro,
That was the starter.
Is that
right there.
what
Yeah.
is that how you know? Oh yeah,
That's
that
when
was
you know
about
you're
right.
ready, for sure.
Also, what if it like hit me too hard and like it didn't work? Then what?
Then you know. Before you go out there and get that real hit, you see Dad tested
I don't know,
it.
man. That was part of the deal. What kind of helmet were you, Mac? What were you? Speed?
I was always
Revo
speed. Revo speed when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I was being serious about that story. In 7th grade, our coach told us, they're like, and I'm a huge overthinker. And they're like, look, it should feel like really tight. And I was like, man, this thing is tight as hell. And they're like, but it should be like that and you get used to it. And they told us to try to wear it to bed. I legit tried to wear my helmet to sleep. And I swear to God, I could not sleep. I could not sleep. And that thing was so
Yeah.
painful. And I was literally going like day after day. I was like, this can't be right. And they're like, it's just supposed to be tight. And then eventually I gave in and was like, all right, I need a new helmet.
Yeah. This
And then
isn't working.
I got the new helmet. It fit.
Okay. See, so it was all just the size of that one. It wasn't.
It
really
was
meant
all
to
the
be.
size. It
wasn't-
definitely. I love the Revo Speed though. I rocked the Revo Speed, and then in college I went to the Speed Flex when that
Yeah.
came out. Always had to have a little swag, and then got a little visor. Big
Oh.
visor guy. We all visor guys.
I wasn't. I couldn't breathe.
What's crazy is
Couldn't
I'm one of
breathe.
the few DBs till this day. I feel like it's like a natural part of the DB swag. I feel like to go visor.
And you
but
didn't do it?
I'm not a visor guy. There's a story behind it. Why I'm not a visor guy.
What do you got,
Making
Jew?
sure, huh?
Why aren't you a visor guy, Jew?
There's a game. I was in the 6th grade championship game.
It was raining.
It was a little misty out, a little something. Visor get a little smeared.
Couldn't see shit.
I don't usually drop the ball.
Ooh.
I dropped the ball one day. I put it all on the visor. I put everything. It wasn't me. It couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been anything but me. I blamed it all on the visor. The visor was the reason I dropped it, and I ain't looked back since. You know, I just been going without the visor, and it's been working for me now. You know, you're a receiver. How do you like the?
See, I'd say I love the visor. It was all about the swag. I never wore a visor in a game.
Okay.
I would
Makes sense.
rock
was
it
about to
like
say.
occasionally in practice, and then I tried to rock it in when I was like in high school.
Yeah.
And literally the same thing happened. I was making the catches, but like it was difficult, and that thing
Yeah.
was getting foggy.
Gets fogged up.
But
a
I
little
wanted the
bit.
swag so
Yeah.
damn bad, and I was like, dang, I really want this thing
Yeah.
on here.
What was your swag? What was your game day swag at Bama?
And we didn't have the option to really have that much
You guys were
swag.
base,
But
yeah.
You guys were black cleats?
They wear a uniform.
black cleats, we had to, so that, it was like a cool thing, but then it was also sucked. But like I get it, like it was
Yeah.
we're a business, so we didn't wear. We had black cleats. Everyone had to have Nike cleats.
Kind of like that, though.
I liked it. The black cleats were usually pretty
That's what I was
fire.
thinking,
Like we
yeah.
had, and you could order. So like I ordered some of the old Nike Vapors. You know the ones that were on the video game on
Yes.
NCAA 14.
Yeah, the good
Those ones, I had the same ones from high school. I ordered them online and just like. They had a little neon thing on like
On
the
the
like
bottom.
the
Yeah.
where you
The
put the
little Nike-
laces,
yeah,
the lace
yeah, I
things.
know what you're
So I like colored it black, and they let me get away with it at practice. So I did that, but we had so those are my cleats, and then socks. I went through a couple different phases. So one of them was like I did like ankle, like so completely cut the
Completely no
socks.
okay.
So no socks,
That's
had
my
nothing on the legs.
practice swag.
So I did that. Then I did that with like a long sock and a little bit of separation. And then I did just the long socks scrunched up at some point.
Yeah.
And then so that was my like main look was the long socks scrunched up. Like we had these like basically soccer socks.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I would do just like 1 or 2 bands on the bicep.
What
They
kind
let
of
us
bands?
have
Skinny
bands.
bands or-
Skinny.
The skinny.
Whoa,
Okay.
wait. I take that. I did one skinny here, and then I would do. We had whoa, it looked good on my biceps, my boy. These things were popping out, all right? We were in the locker room.
Of course.
Did y'all have, like, side note, did y'all have pre-game? Did y'all have, like, bands in there you could do, like, bicep curls
You
with?
could do it activation. You can
Yeah.
do activation,
I had to get a bicep curls.
That was
and
the
put
cheat
some-
code. Everybody, not everybody knows about that one. Hit a little pump, a little
Yep.
swoller out
run
there.
the rack, baby.
Pre-game pump just to look good for warm-ups.
I had a
And I was
vein I
throwing-
had to have
I'm walking
popping.
out here letting them know. Hey,
I had to put on a little Vaseline. If it got a little bit cold, I'll throw in a little Vaseline. It
Really?
not only makes your muscles look bigger, but it also is like a warm coating.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I would have
Boise
the.
State Island on that one.
There was the ones that are this thick.
Wyoming, that's what it was.
They're not the wrist ones, but they're the ones right below the wrist. They're like that, and I would wear that like right here.
okay.
I think.
The ones
They're,
the
like,
honey
right
badger
here.
wore?
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
would wear those, and then that was it. I think. Yeah, that was it. That was my swag. In college, we couldn't really swag out that much. In high school, and then I had a towel, of course. You got to have a towel.
Where'd you wear your towel at?
I had a couple of different locations, but I think the end location that I had it at was back left hip, I think. Or back right hip.
Comfortable spot, back left hip.
One or the other,
Okay.
like just to like, because you could like, I forget how to do it. Like it was like right here.
It's a feel thing. You don't
Yeah.
even notice it. You just kind of every time do it. Once you have to think about where was it actually, you don't even know.
And I would wear it at practice too. You always have to wear a towel. I would swag out at practice as much as possible.
I would go, like one of the towels that we have where we could dry off, we'd cut them. So we liked long towels.
Oh, y'all did the long skinny towel?
I
See,
was
we
long
couldn't. We had to have it. It had to be team issued.
Yeah.
Everything had to be team
Their stuff
issued.
was serious. I know I kind of know a little bit. You just watch Alabama. Everybody has on the same. It's like
There's
a
no swag.
school
There's no swag.
It's like a school uniform for real. Like
No, there is a little bit of swag.
No, you could sprinkle it in.
You could
Little
sprinkle
bit.
it in,
I
and
like
some
the black
guys
cleats.
just
I like
have
the black
the swag.
cleats.
I like the
always.
black
Some
cleats.
guys just they put something on it looks kind of swag.
The
You gotta have
DBs
that.
were the
Yeah.
swaggiest on our team by
Always.
far. DBs
That's
were
like
by
every
far
team,
the
you
most
know?
swag players.
I might be biased,
Safety.
but every team, we kind of we run the show with the
Head
swag
I'm
on.
a
trying to
little
think
bit,
of the
you know?
swaggiest player I've ever seen in a Bama uni. Probably Derrick Henry.
No. I love Derrick Henry and no disrespect, but that is not, no. Like Ronnie Harrison, maybe. Ronnie Harrison had
I
swag.
need to see some flicks.
Yeah, I look at them and see like private school uniform. I look at Alabama, that's what I think of. Like everybody has on something similar. There's not far off.
Simplicity though makes it badass. Like
It does.
Yeah, it makes it harder for sure.
Like Penn State, I think has some of the hardest uniforms in college football.
And it's simple.
and it's so simple.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Did y'all do mouth guards? We could do a little bit of different mouth guards. Some people had the spinner mouth guards. One of my boys, Mac Wilson, linebacker, had the one where you breathe and it's like a spinner, like a car wheel.
It
and
actually
spins.
I know the type of mouthpiece so you can breathe through it right there, but his actually
His
spins.
spins.
That's cool. Okay.
It'd be like making a little noise and it'd like be a spinner, and it went viral on like Twitter because they saw it. It was like spinning.
That's clean.
I went through a lot of mouth guard stages. I went binky for a little bit, and then I had a role where I needed to talk on special teams. And I started going with the custom fit one where I could talk, and then I love those ones, but I'm a chewer, so I just chew on that bitch the whole fucking time. But then they started saying like, oh, you have 6 for the season, and you're like, okay, I can cycle through these things a little bit. It's like,
Yeah, I was definitely a pacifier guy.
you were a
Pacifier,
pacifier,
yeah. I switched to the little custom one too. I think at one point, and that was easier to talk. I'm a talkative guy on the defense too. I talk a lot, so. Me and the toothpick, and it's simpler right there. I have the little custom fit one.
why don't you talk to our viewers / Mac about the story behind the toothpick?
Oof, what do you want me to start with?
Let's start about origin and why is Juju Hughes known? Well, first of all, will you ever be caught without a toothpick? Very rarely. Very rarely.
I should not be, never. If I am, check on me. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Emergency. Call somebody. Something's going on if I don't got my toothpick with me, man. Mac, hey, if you ever see me without it, call somebody, man. Serious.
How did it
I want you to know
start?
that first. But started in high school, man. I was like a sophomore, I think. Biting my nails. Trying to figure out something to stop biting my nails. So I went through like gum, lollipops, a bunch of stuff I'm trying, a bunch of stuff failing real quick, a little experiment trial.
You've ever
He's about to bring up something crazy.
the Arizona trip? When I said at this point in the story we talked about it with Woodsy, I'm not gonna bring it up right now.
Yeah. You said something crazy.
I'll tell you after the air.
They gotta go look off the air. They gotta go watch that episode to see the crazy comment Frank made in Arizona about my toothpick. But we're gonna save that one from this one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but no, I started in high school just like I said. I was trying a few things to stop biting my nails, man. I Still bite my nails to this day. But at least when I tried the toothpick for a little bit, I stopped biting my nails in high school for about 2 weeks. It actually worked for a second. And then people kind of just got used to me having it. And toothpicks are easy to get. I've never bought a toothpick. You know, I was trying gum, lollipops, all that stuff.
You've never bought a toothpick?
I've never, ever went to the store and bought a toothpick.
So you're just using some, what are you doing? You grabbing them at restaurants when they come?
Mac, you know. Remember how you said that Alabama stuff was like confidential information, right? It's kind of like similar with this toothpick. Like, once I tell you how I get it, like, you know, it's confidential, you know. That stuff's classified right there. But just know, I've never, ever paid for a toothpick, I promise you. I got one every day. You know, keep them with me, but that's what I'm saying. So keeping those were easier than buying gum and buying lollipops or something like that. So toothpick thing kind of just stuck with me, man. And yeah, here we are, whatever, 10 years later or something from where I started. People are kind of just used to it, man. It's kind of you know, it's a great icebreaker.
Yeah,
great icebreaker. I'll shout out the toothpick for that. It always gets things jump started for me. It's a little secret cheat code.
What's up, y'all? Frank Dalena here from Bring the Juice. Just got my box from HelloFresh. Couldn't be more excited to open it up. Let's see what's inside. Got some recipes looking here. That's looking scrumptious. Got nice packaging. All right, pork and green beans stir fry. Pub style shepherd's pie, organic ground beef. Ooh, that spicy Peruvian chicken. That looks good. That might be the winner tonight. You got the ice packs in here. Look at that chicken cutlet, that ground beef, some ground pork. The meats, baby, the meats. All right, tonight I'm pretty hungry. It's a little cold outside. Little shepherd's pie sounds pretty good. Each of these little pamphlets here comes with a different ingredients and step-by-step on what to do and how to make a delicious meal. Let's do it right now. Each HelloFresh box is packed with farm-fresh ingredients, and everything arrives pre-portioned right to your doorstep for less hassle and less wasted food. Now, being a farmer myself, and being an athlete and interviewing professional athletes week in and week out, one thing everyone has in common is we like fresh ingredients. And let me tell you what, these are the freshest of all the ingredients at HelloFresh. And believe me when I say this, I'm American, but my grandmother's Italian, and I know what I'm talking about when there's good food on the table. Don't let recipe boredom strike, because HelloFresh has more options and more recipes than ever before. Dig into their biggest menu yet, with over 45 dinner options. And you could choose from weekly or even more add-on market items to suit any lifestyle. Now, my lifestyle is bringing the juice, and I like to get better, and that's why I am partnered with HelloFresh. We're gonna do some finishing touches real quick. And it's delicious. Go to HelloFresh.com/juiceboxfree and use code JUICEBOXFREE for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/juiceboxfree with code JUICEBOXFREE. And don't you forget, this is America's #1 meal kit. Drew, do you think if in our today's world of NIL, if you were in college football, would you have been like, hey, I need a toothpick plug?
For sure.
Do you even know? I can't even name. Could you name a toothpick brand?
No, company. But I know a few because remember I got to do the Hard Knocks thing when I was with the Rams. So they did a little toothpick story. I never knew a toothpick company before then, a day in my life. But they messaged me at that point in time when I was on the Rams and got to do the little Hard Knocks stuff. And there's definitely some. They were all. Nobody was talking. Well, I wanted to hear it at least. You know, I'm thinking
they were just like, we're gonna send you a bunch of wood.
There you go again.
You're
again with
sicko, Frank. No, you know that? Your mind is sick.
You got to go hear his last comment because he's on the verge again. He's on the verge. I'm
talking.
He's leading that way.
I'm talking statistical facts at this point.
Okay. Without that, with a pause right there. But, you know, they wanted to send me some toothpicks. That was pretty much all they were saying. All those companies at that time, they were like, oh, we could do more down the line as your career kind of grows. We could do more. But
they were bullshitting, bro. Motherfuckers.
That's how I felt.
You should tell them, I want 10,000 toothpicks.
No, I wanted some money from them. That's what I wanted. That would have been some type of sponsorship or something.
Realistically, if they said, "Jude, we'll send you $5,000 and 10,000 toothpicks,"
easily.
Easy.
Just covered
That's
all
a
my
great
toothpicks
collab.
for the next couple years probably, and some dollars. Yeah, I'd have loved it. But
What other NIL, like if you could pick companies, because I know there's the collective where they could just toss you coin, but there's also companies where it's like, hey, we'll pay you X amount for you to post about us, blah blah blah. Mac, I know you're deep in this, but Jew, like, who would you attack? I would say you for sure deserve a toothpick company for sure, and then I would say probably a toothbrush or toothpaste. Juju's teeth are immaculate.
That's where I was.
Immaculate.
Are those real?
Yes.
Those are not veneers.
No, Mac, it's fucking crazy.
Cow.
It's crazy.
You have amazing teeth. I thought they were for sure veneers, bro.
No.
What's crazy is people started asking me that when I got in the league. I didn't realize like that's regular when you're at that point. Like where I'm from, people don't get veneers and stuff. So I'm not thinking nothing of that. Like everybody knows this is my teeth, but once I got to that career or whatever, everybody just naturally thinks, oh, you got veneers. That's what it is.
Right.
But nah, so that's where I was gonna go though. What NIL I would
Toothpaste.
want, it would be a toothpaste like Colgate or something like that. Yeah, for sure.
No free
We
shout
wanted
outs.
something like that.
Pay that bread.
Yeah.
Mac, what would you have gone for if you got to pick some companies NIL side?
Dude, there would be a lot, man. Probably like a pickleball company.
Are you pretty good at pickleball or something?
He's got his own paddles, bro. He's got a line.
Oh, you're ready.
No.
Is he coming?
No, not his own paddles. Like, oh, look at this piece of wood.
His own brand.
No, like
of-
you could go on Google and buy his own personal paddle, bro.
And it does up your game by 2 skill points.
I might have to go give me one. To be ready
That's what I
for it.
said,
Not
bro.
confirmed.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
that's not data that we've done some research, but I can't go into
That's what
logistics.
experts say.
Yeah,
all
the
the
data.
time.
That's
That's
what
what
experts
say.
To have your own pickleball paddle, you have to be good at it yourself. Like
That's what you would think. No, I'm just kidding.
you have to be pretty raw at it. Like
I'm decent because I played. So I grew up playing travel tennis. So I played at one point I played AAU basketball, travel soccer, travel baseball, travel tennis, and football.
I didn't even know they traveled for all that.
All at one time. So I played everything. But I played a lot of tennis. So
Yeah.
I naturally could pick up the pickleball paddle. And like right when it was first coming along, or not like right when it was first coming along, but when it started getting really hot, like 2 to 3 years ago, probably 2 years ago, I started playing, and I was naturally like pretty decent. And now it's like harder because like at the time I was like really good because not a lot of tennis players had come to pickleball.
Yeah,
now
but
you got
now
all the tennis
everybody's
players in
kinda switching
pickleball.
over.
But I was just like this company reached out to me because I'd posted some stuff about pickleball, did an interesting little deal with them, and then came out with my own paddle, and it's crazy. I haven't been beaten by someone who's bought my own paddle yet, though.
Oh yeah, I
So
need
that's
that.
a good sign. You know what I'm saying? Like no
Okay.
one's beaten me
Yeah,
who's
nobody-
purchased my paddle or that uses my paddle.
That's
And
fair.
There's some
That's
good players out there who have my
Yeah.
paddle.
I just saw a pickleball celebrity tournament a couple weeks, probably about a month back on like ESPN. I saw a pickleball and there was a bunch of old professional tennis players. They were all.
Yep.
He played with Waka Flocka a couple weeks ago.
Not a couple weeks ago, but I have played with Waka Flocka.
Wow, how did that come? Let me hear how that came about. How do
You could have
It's
listened
not
to
that
2
ca-
episodes ago. Bring the juice, Jew. That's already discussed.
Yeah, shout out
already discussed.
episode 2 up there in the corner right there. You can see it. Link it.
Yeah. Add his bio.
That one, go
you
hear
know.
about the Waka story.
But it's not that one's nothing crazy. It just happened through just friends, and he was in town for a show, and he's really good friends with one of my buddies.
Okay.
They're telling you here.
I always do it. Yep. Ricky
He was performing in Nashville,
Touch the
and one of
glizzy,
his
too.
buddies, is a good friend of mine. Like we picked him up and we're like, hey, we're going to play pickleball.
Okay.
And then we literally played, and I told this on the other pod, but like Waka literally got done playing pickleball. Like we played for like a couple of minutes. He didn't even like really learn the whole game. He was just hitting the ball around. Calls his like landlord. He's like, hey, can we switch the basketball court into a pickleball court?
He was
And
ready
I'm
to
like,
figure
oh
it
my
out.
God, this
Yeah,
guy's ready
okay.
to go all in.
I
But I would say
heard that.
pickleball. I would say maybe some kind of hair. You know, I got like some kind of
hair.
shampoo company or something.
Okay.
I got that luscious hair.
Do
Don't
you?
give me that look, buddy.
Oh,
Do
hey,
you?
I'm not mad at it though, because I would have for sure tried to do like a little wave.
I got that
the
flow.
waves going. No,
I could have
hair
done
would've-
Mac.
hey,
I could have
Frank
done. I could have
Frank
done
had some hair.
waves,
Frank had every hairstyle.
Buddy, I'm looking at you right now. There's no hair deal coming that way. Okay?
Hey, I gotta give it to him. I'm gonna shout Frank out right now. I'm gonna speak for him because living with him, Frank has had every haircut there is possible. I promise you not. He's done everything under the sun. You name it.
Respect on my name.
Look, the fact that you've done everything that you can possibly do with your hair doesn't make your hair luxurious, man. This is the thing you got to realize. You either got it or you don't. And I got the flow, my boy.
You want to talk flow?
Oh yeah. Let me see your flow.
You don't want the flow.
He had it flowing.
You don't want the flow. Hey, Clip, we're gonna clip this. Insert flow now.
Yeah, right there. He's like, insert Frank's picture with a full
Look, man, I didn't say you couldn't get a hairdo. I'm just saying that's
I got the Lettuccino, the lettuce, the waterfall.
Wow. He's serious.
I got the Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
But did it look good? You may have it, but did it look good? Could you rock it? It's all about the personality. The personality is a huge part about it.
Mac.
It's a huge part about it, Frank.
The juice is half.
I'm happily.
He has the juice for the hair. I'm not gonna lie to you.
happily married man. I have it.
Okay. All right. You have it.
That.
I would say that maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe like some kind of gaming, like Fortnite or something. I love Fortnite.
Yeah.
Great game.
What about I feel like beef jerky or something.
What is that? You trying to say I look like I'm granola and I'm just white? You trying to say I look like I'm the white guy? Is that why you said beef jerky, bud? Just go ahead and say it.
I got one.
Basically,
I'd love to take a Henny.
You would not get a Hennessy deal. I hate to break it to you.
You know what, though?
You would be nowhere close to a Hennessy deal, my boy.
You know what, though? You might think that, but I think they want me.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I could be wrong.
Very few people.
You look like
free
a
shout-outs.
guy.
If I had to do a quick sales pitch, I don't know one person that will drink more Hennessy than me. I don't know one. Kill me, Floyd Mayweather. Slide on the pod. Let's go. 1 for 1. What do you got? Who do you got? Jew. A lot of backing up going on right now.
There
Mac.
is. He's not lying. I
Mac,
lived with the dude, so these things I can vouch about.
Buddy.
You know, the Hennessy thing.
Welcome to the jungle.
He is a Henny connoisseur. You know, everybody that knows him.
I'm a connoisseur.
The drink of one of the drinks of his wedding. One of the main drinks you could get is the Henny 7-Up. Like that's just his. He's known for
iconic.
I didn't know this.
Party of the year. Mac, I would have invited you, but I didn't know you yet.
I know.
I would have.
You missed a great party. You missed a great wedding. I'm not gonna lie.
I would have taken that from great to elite. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it was great. I'm proud of you. All right.
It was lit. There was a lot of Henny 7-Up going. There was a lot of Henny 7-Up.
But you wouldn't do a Henny deal in college.
Why?
You're playing college football. You're doing an alcohol deal.
I
guess if you
can do whatever you want now.
Look, I guess if you were the guy who was like we had some guys on our team who were just like senders, like would shotgun.
Senders?
I don't want to expose them, like full senders.
Yeah, I know.
Like some guys would shotgun. If we won, we're back in the like locker room or after like a scrimmage or something.
They're in
spring.
the locker room. Yeah. But every team has those guys because
that's crazy to you.
Yeah.
No, but those are the guys that are crazy. Those guys can outdrink. I mean, there was one guy on our team. Shout out Matt Womack, this lineman. I'm telling you, you think you can drink a beer. This guy could pour a full glass of beer. And before you even blink,
inhales.
That is the right word. Inhales it.
Bro, we used to have Friday practices. I'm not gonna name names, but you know exactly who the fuck you are. Dudes wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, let's get it 12-pack." They'd go get a handle of like New Amsterdam. And they'd bet each other.
Come on, man.
And they'd bet each other $20 who could finish.
Our stipends were different than you guys.
Handle
of Amsterdam whip bar.
Dude, we was talking about spring games earlier. He's like, I had 40,000 people on my spring game. I said,
we 35, something like that.
400 people, maybe. And that's not a gas up, as I say. It's just different. I get it. I'm not mad about it.
There's like a game almost. People are ready.
It really is though.
Alumni and Die Hard. Yeah, you have ESPN at your spring game.
Ours is a showcase. Bro, Bring the Juice was at the last one. I was the biggest media sponsor. I mean, we're growing. Don't get me wrong, but like,
we're on our way up.
ESPN wasn't quite there yet. Yeah,
it's on the way. It's on the way.
It's lit. What can I say? Drew, I noticed you got the Young Winners Movement sweatshirt on today. Mac, this is Drew's. Can I consider it a brand?
It is
brand. It's a brand. It's a brand. It's a company. It's a movement. It's a movement. Juju, why don't you remind our listeners of Bring the Juice, what is the Young Winners Movement and how can I be a part of it?
You can be okay. Yeah, Young Winners. Okay, it's a brand. We're gonna start with where it started. Me and my college roommate. Me starting safeties. Both of us starting safeties. It was his brand originally from high school. His idea. You know, we living together now, college. We're the starting safeties. We're the young dudes on the team. We're freshmen, and he has his brand, Young Winners, and he kind of just seen it in me, you know. Hey, you embody everything that this brand's about. And, you know, we're best friends. That's my brother at this point. So I kind of just ran with the plan there, bring young winners. And it's a mindset more than it is a brand. I like to tell people it's a mindset you kind of carry more than just a brand itself. It's something you kind of live by, you know, and it's about just whatever you're doing, putting everything you have into it to win in it, you know. And it's not just football. People think, oh, you want to win in sports. No, I want to win in whatever I'm doing. Whatever it is, business, family, whatever it is, I'm putting my best me into that to get the best outcome from it. You know, I put my all into relationships, family, whatever, friends, however it goes about, just putting all of you into something and winning in that outcome of that. And that's kind of our brand. We focus on kids, giving back to communities. I'm from here in the Central Valley. My business partner and brother, he's from up in the IE. And so we love to do things in both areas, trying to give back with the young winners out there and here in the Central Valley.
Right.
I see the as I'm speaking on young winners, I see the Henny bottles. That's what we don't show the young.
So I'm trying to get some content.
But yeah, it's just kind of our brand. Like I said, it's our brand. Started as our brand, Young Winners. But like I said, it's a mindset we kind of carry, and we like to share that with people. Whatever they're going through, whatever you're going through, kind of just try to help you get through things, give you that motivation to keep going with whatever you have going on. Like we all do. We all have stuff going on. So I say, you know, it's just our little thing. We like to make clean little sweaters such as this or whatever. Give back, give people rocking it, and things like that, man. So that's all. I don't know, but I'm sweating under this.
You got hats? Yeah, I might need it. I'm not gonna lie, Frank.
We got
my
hats.
head is starting.
All right, we can take these off.
Thank God.
I'm in a full sweat.
I'm not gonna lie. This thing is.
Well, I haven't worn a helmet in a fucking minute.
I'm sweating under there though. I'm in a full sweat.
We're taking our hats off real quick. We'll call it a.
Oh my
intermission?
God.
No, it ain't no intermission. I'm not putting that fucker back on.
Okay.
But Drew, I mean, obviously, I support young. I support young winners heavy, and it goes hand in hand with Bring the Juice. And like Mac, everything you were talking about in your life story and in your journey, to where realistically, like everyone has different phases of their life. They overcome certain adversities, and we were like, just to take things back 5 steps. We're talking about adversity in football. Like, I know everybody's got stuff in their own household, whether it's public or not, whether somebody passes away, somebody's sick. Maybe it's just some struggles that really only the people in your inner circle of your family or your friend group actually knows. Regardless of it, it is adversity, and understanding how to overcome adversity, I think that's one of the most beautiful things about football.
For sure. Where
at the end of the day, like you could be a dude who thinks he deserves more. You could be a dude that does deserve more and doesn't get it. You could be a guy who plays all year, gets cut, goes to another spot, get cut, blah, blah, blah. And it's because of why. It's not because you're worse. It's because maybe they invested more in another guy. Like there's politics, there's business, there's emotion that's run into it. When a decision's made and it's in your favor, great. But when it's made and it's happens to not be in your favor, nobody fucking cares besides you. It's your ass at that point. And there's no other clean way to put it besides football. One of the beauties of it does become almost a free practice round of learning how to overcome adversity, because someday someone's parent's going to pass, somebody's business is going to fail, somebody's going to lose a lot of money, or somebody's going to be in a pinch, and they're going to have to know how to handle these hard situations, which is more difficult than not getting enough reps in a fucking football game, not making the bus or traveling or the 53 or whatever it might be. And we sit on here and we talk and chop it up and talk from different perspectives and different experiences and at different levels. But at the end of the day, I think if you could understand that the principles of sports at one point was to be a game where you learn how to build character, everyone sitting at this table definitely learned some character, and they're better because of football. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We went fucking 1-11, Mac. I know at Bama, bad years if you lose 2 games. We went 1-11.
It was 1 game.
We beat Sacramento State.
1 game. We lost 1 game.
If you guys lost 1 game.
Yeah.
That's a bad year for you guys.
I mean, it wasn't a good year.
Yeah. So was the message perfection? Always? Be perfect.
Not be perfect. It was just, I mean, We had a standard of excellence, and we talked about it earlier. But like it was honestly like we had to be at the standard of excellence, and if we didn't achieve that, then we failed in a sense. But it was also hard because it wasn't about like what everybody else thought, but it was the pressure from the university and the pressure from fans. Like if we didn't make it to the national championship, if we lost the national championship,
awful year.
It felt like kind of shitty. But the thing was, then it started to become where people didn't even go to the national championships. Like a lot of our fans, like we played, Georgia, whoever it may be. The most of the stadium is Georgia fans. Most of the stadium is Clemson fans. Yet, like if we win, it's like expected. If we lost, it was like the end of the world. Exactly. It was the craziest thing ever. Like it got to that point. Like the standard was so high that it's an interesting question you asked because. I mean, I don't think there's anything that was like it. Like I tell myself sometimes, like I watch Auburn because they're one of our biggest rivals, watch them win and almost beat us and stuff, or whenever they do beat us, I sit back and I think to myself, like, damn, like it would have been kind of fun. I would have never given up going to Alabama. I would have done everything the same way, but like it would have been kind of fun to be on a team where we beat a really good team and like Auburn beat us mid-season, like one of the years, and like it was like their goddamn Super Bowl.
It's a Super Bowl for them, yeah. It's different.
They're storming the field.
You guys win.
If we win,
it's what you're supposed to do.
It's what we're supposed to do.
So like, you guys feel that though? Like when you're playing there in Bama, like
100%.
that added pressure and like
target on your back.
It's not as like when we were in Fresno, like we're on the verge of going up. Like people didn't expect us to be good. So when we're winning games, it's exciting. There's excitement in the town. Like everybody's excited. Like
we were freshmen when we were shitty, and then we got good. And
we got really good.
Fun.
Yeah, so it was, there's a lot of fun to that. That's what I'm saying. But on the backside of it, for the flip side of it, for you, like you guys go to Bama and we're supposed to be good. Like this is expected. We're supposed to be the best. Like if we don't win a Natty, like you're saying,
if we won a game, I'm telling you right now, we won a game, regular season game, we win. Great, we're excited. Maybe we go out, whatever.
Yeah,
it's nothing like you would experience. Like if you're
when are you satisfied? Natty or bust?
Natty, that's just Natty or bust. Or
you win the SEC championship. You guys excited? Still no, huh?
Not really. Not after. I mean, look, in perspective, I'm proud of any
championship,
championship. But during the time, no.
Job's not finished.
It's 100% not finished. And it's crazy because it would get to the point where like it would be hard not to like. I'm not saying we lost focus, but like one year I knew a loss was coming because we were just winning, and it was like got to the point where like I didn't even know what losing felt like anymore. It was the freshman year that we lost to Clemson. I was like, I didn't even know what a loss felt like. We were undefeated until Clemson.
It didn't even feel real.
Like, it didn't feel real. We lost, and everyone was like, holy shit. Like, we just lost.
Yeah.
Because we got like it's like, because it's hard when it becomes expected, then you get to the point where it almost just feels natural to win.
It's right.
You don't even know what losing feels like anymore. Like that's a crazy feeling to not even know what losing feels like. But then when you feel it, my God, it sucks because it's not you that only feels it. The fans make you feel it, and everyone else around you in the program makes you feel it. So,
we had Fresno State this year. They had a 17, 18. So Georgia was number 1 in the country win streak. Fresno State was number 2. We had an 18-game win streak.
Going from last State. We always say we surprise people, you know.
Oh, they'll fuck around and
I tell people
put some people on. I'm telling you,
people all the time.
But I think back about the year we went 12-2, and I'm not trying to go down like memory lane right now or any.
You're trying to get out memory lane.
No, because
I'll walk down it for us.
I think what it was is the standard is so high, and if you have enough dudes around you that know. For us, our best years, we would not have had the years we had winning if the guys on that team didn't feel what it was like to
go
lose.
1-11. Yeah.
And our 1-11 might be your 2-loss year. That might be the same feeling that you guys on your team need to feel to tell the young guys, like, hey, no, bro, you want to be perfect? This is the standard. It's very difficult. And even out of our 12-2 year, which is like the winningest year ever for us, we could have won, would have, should have. We could have won both the games we lost. Like, they were last play of the game type shits. And I think the principle of that would be there will always be struggle before the success. I think Bama having the year they had last year and even losing to Texas this year has driven them, hot take, I think Bama's going to win the Natty. I think you got a pissed off Nick Saban.
I don't think that's a hot take.
I think it's a hot take.
It's not a hot take.
I think people think Michigan's going to win. And look at Michigan. When they did the reactions to who's going to play who, Michigan had 2 options that were about to go down. They were playing number 4, right? They could have played a hurt Florida State or a pissed off Alabama? And we already went down that whole rabbit hole. I'm not going through it again. But do you think they want to? Do you think Michigan? Let's be real. If you took a poll, who would you rather play? Pissed off Alabama or hurt Florida State? 100% is picking a pissed off.
Injured
Florida State.
Yeah.
Why would you want to play a pissed off Alabama? Why would you?
Never want to go against
I
Nick
get
Saban,
there's the mindset of like, oh, like I want to be the best. I gotta beat the best. You're in the playoff. Fuck that. Go win the thing.
If I can give you an easy one,
who cares? Who cares how it is? Nobody's gonna in 10 years. No one's gonna give a shit if you beat Alabama in the semi or not. They're gonna know who's the natty. That's all they're gonna know. They don't know. Well, the quarterback from Florida State was out that game. Who gives a shit, man? You get to that championship game, you're gonna win that thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Michigan's gonna win it if they would have beat Florida State, but I would feel much more confident if I was a Michigan man and I was betting. Which I only bet on Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/juice for all those plays. /juice. $100 match play for all those at prizepicks.com. We have an ad coming soon. I would only go and basically support Michigan if like I wouldn't feel as confident. I wouldn't feel as confident if I was a Michigan man. Am I crazy?
Going against Bama?
No.
There's natural.
In sports, there's just certain people you don't go against, and Nick Saban and Bama, they're on that list of like.
Even if Alabama wasn't pissed off, you don't want to play Alabama.
You don't want to play Alabama.
You don't count them out. You never ever. And how bad the year is.
Last year,
don't count them out.
Make sure we clip this shit. Last year, who was it? David Pollock. David Pollock. I'm Italian. What do you want me to say? The guy, while Nick Saban's on stage, talks about how Georgia is the new dominant factor, basically, in college football.
I remember that.
And then he got laid off.
I was going to include that part.
Don't include that.
No. Fuck Mac.
The guy's a good guy.
He's an ass.
He's a nice guy. Right?
My point is, Nick Saban went home and said, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" He was pissed. I would be.
I mean, that was the best thing that could have ever happened.
Why?
We need fuel, man.
Don't rattle the cage.
Yeah.
And
That's
guess
all
what?
it was.
I'm glad he did.
Georgia had a great little run. It's been a great little thing. Bro, Bama. I already could see the paper written. It's going to say Bama is back.
Bama's back. They never lost.
The dynasty is dead, in quotes.
No,
question mark.
And Nick Saban's going to walk up there and be like, well, you could probably do a better impersonation.
I can't even do a good Nick Saban impersonation.
Go, well, we won. Something
That
simple.
might have been the worst Nick Saban impersonation.
I'm not gonna. But seriously, it's gonna be something simple, and it's gonna be exactly what I was thinking.
He's not gonna say we won, but he's for sure gonna keep it real simple.
No, he's gonna say, well,
business like he's a
guess
business
what?
like.
They let us in the playoff, and we're the best team in the country. Fuck the free world. That's what it's gonna be. Something along those lines.
Yeah, it's gonna be simpler than that. I feel like he's such a.
And I can already see some fat ass like left tackle holding up the paper that's pre-printed. Bama's back.
Yeah, it's post game pictures. Yeah,
he's gonna post on the gram.
I can see it
with the little confetti coming down. The hat. Bama's back.
Yeah,
bet. And I'm not a betting man unless it's on prizepicks.com/juice. But if I was, bro, how you gonna bet against Bama? And Michigan's hot right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna give my own words. That game's gonna be electric.
For sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
And even Texas UW, because we got ties. The whole UW staff was our staff at Fresno State. Mm-hmm. Kalen DeBoer is my OC.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the head coach at UW.
Yeah.
He's National Coach of the Year, which is like,
is it?
Yes.
Wow, shout out him. Yeah. Okay,
so
congrats. I didn't know. From OC with us to Coach of the Year, man. Shout out to him.
Anyways, we have some dinner reservations to go to. Before we finish it up, I just wanted to ask, I want to give you both the stage to say what you need to say. Juju, I'll start with you because you're a reoccurring guest. Max from Nashville, he had to fly in. What you got?
Okay, man. Hey, shout out to Frank. Shout out to Bring the Juice. Actually, glad to be here again today. Another episode down. Hope to be back here pretty soon. Shout out my guy Mac. We just met tonight. Bama ties. Appreciate it. Just glad to be here tonight. Bring the juice and be a young winner.
Yeah. Y'all check out the Young Winners movement for sure. We're gonna tag the shit out of that. I love that. They're gonna be at the golf tournament too, March 8th. Going to the Juice Foundation. Mac, what do you got for me? Yeah, Mac's gonna. Mac's gonna be there. Mac's gonna be there.
All right.
I do golf. I've got a little AC sprain that I'm recovering from that I just remembered, so I've just got to make sure that. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be healed up by then.
It'll be healed up by then.
Did that making a catch in an intramural football game? Should have been playing, but
you're over here killing intramurals, killing them in the
we did. Quick side note, last thing I'll say, we did have intramural champions Jordan Tamu, quarterback, XFL Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, okay.
Also bring the juice guest, but go ahead.
Yeah, bring the juice guest as well.
Okay.
I played wide receiver, and then we had another guy who played at Ole Miss, another guy who played at what was that other school called? Forget the other school, but it was. We had
you guys had some guys.
And we in there.
You guys were cheating this time.
No, we were not on the roster. Let's maybe clip that out. But we were not on the roster, and we were invited to play, and we got the trophies.
Okay,
that's what it's about. Champagne
you guys had
showers.
super squad over there.
We had a little squad. But this has been an incredible. Which camera to look at here?
Hybrid, whatever you want. Cross-eyed, can you go both? I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. That was like a joke question.
Look at all three of them.
Great episode. We brought the juice. The juice was brought today, and in some places it may have been bought. There's two different words: bought. People will have to remind me of that. Great episode.
Cheers, boys. Good to see you.
You, man.
Yes, sir.
Anything is possible.
Come on now.
Be sure to get your piss hot, fire me up, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, buy your merch, follow these boys on the gram, and we'll see you next week. And if it's not Christmas time yet, or it's the holiday season, be sure to pick up the phone, call someone you love, and tell them you love them.
Man.
All right, that's all I got to say to that. You stay classy, Fresno,
Yes,
and
sir.
Happy holidays. Get your piss hot
See y'all.
and bring the juice.
Merry Christmas.